Hey guys, Tech Timmy here. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing these solar powered outdoor garden stake lights for your garden made by a company called Gigalumi. And I'm going to do an unboxing. This is the 5th year that I bought these same exact lights. So I feel like I'm probably a good one to do a review on this, but I'll also do an unboxing of my latest pack here, and we'll also show you how to set them up. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
Oh boy, it's Tech Timmy time.
I go with the multicolored option, but they also come in white. But they are solar powered outdoor lights, stake lights for your garden and or patio. I bought these identical lights from the same brand about 5 times, and I basically buy them every year. You can get 12 lights for 20 bucks, which is an amazing deal. I live on the ocean here, and I leave them up every year. I leave them out every year, all year in the wintertime, and they look amazing in the snow actually here. But I absolutely love these lights, and I figured it was time to actually do a proper review. I have an unboxing. I think there's at least one unboxing video on my channel for these guys, but I wanted to do an actual review and show you guys what they look like, not just coming out of the box, but also out in the garden. And I'll show you how they stake in the ground as well. I don't know if I'll actually stake them in, but I'll show you what we need to do. But yeah, same deal as in previous years. They do a decent job with the packaging here. Everything's well packaged. It comes with full instructions. And the manual, as I recall, is nice. Yep. So we have basically step-by-step instructions. So twist off the lid, move the switch to the on position, cover the lid, and so forth. But I should be somewhat of a pro with these by now. So I'll show you guys what that all looks like. And then there's just a really nice looking document here that comes with the lights. But so here are your stakes packaged separately. So I'm just going to pull these out separately. So this is what the stakes look like in the bag. And then basically all that you need to do is you pull this guy out, and then it just insert into there like that. And then that part sticks into the ground. And then obviously the light actually sticks in there. But this is the part that goes in the ground. Super easy to install, guys. You want to make sure that you're not trying to install them into a rocky area. I like to actually make a little hole in the ground. I'll typically use a screwdriver and a hammer to bang just a very thin hole in the ground. But if you don't have rocky soil like me, these should it's nice and sharp. That should actually stick in the ground, no problem. And then this just goes on there. But before you do that, what you do is you want to basically just twist this off, and then there's a little on switch here. And when you turn them on, that will basically enable the charging capability so that they'll charge up and they'll display at night. And so you have a variety of different colors. I have, I think, green, blues. I believe there's maybe a yellow and maybe even a white actually, but they come in. So this one is this. Oh, this is a white one. So they actually come in a multicolored pack. And now I'm actually wondering if I have all white or not, but I should be able to tell relatively soon. And then the sun is already starting to charge these up just from my window here, which is great. And then again, so those just stick into the ground. But stick around to the end of the video, and I'll show you what they look like both at night. I'll show you what my old ones look like that are actually sitting out in the yard right now after 1 year. They do tend to get a little bit weather, but I leave them out in the rain and the snow and everything else. And I just like to, they're so inexpensive that I buy them again every year just so I can start fresh. And, you know, basically the same drill for all of the lights. Again, just to make it, hammer the point home here. So we have an off and an on switch. I want to enable those on. So that's a green one. There you go. So I did get the colored ones. So I think the colored ones may come with a white one, a yellow one. There's green, red, blue. They look absolutely amazing. And what I try to not put two colors next to each other. And then what I'll do is I'll measure the distance between one and the other, and it just looks super nice off of my deck here. But I will show you exactly what they look like at night, and I will also show you what the old ones look like as well. But that is it in terms of the unboxing and also the setup. So I think relatively straightforward. You guys should be good to go in terms of the setup now. And so the next thing that I'll do is I'll show you what the old ones look like, and then I'll show you what the new ones look like, both during the daytime and also when they're lit up at night. You guys, you're gonna love it. I promise. And there's a lot of brands of these now that are affordable. Most of them are white. I've noticed either white or off-white or yellow. And I think having the The colored ones just adds that additional splash of color out in the yard that just looks amazing at night and in the summertime and even in the wintertime. And you get a little bit of snow on the ground and it lights up the snow. It's very cool. Can't recommend these enough. But so next, what I'll do is I will show you what these look like right now in terms of what they look like off my deck here. So I live on the ocean, so you're going to see the ocean view. You'll see the and it's just sort of along the edge of the seawall. But I'll do that. So we'll show you what the current ones look like during the day, and then I'll show you what the new ones look like at night. All right, so here we are walking out onto my deck. There's my boy Amazon Astro just chilling out right there. He likes to hang out there. I think he also likes the view as well. And then right over here. So this is what the lights look like now. And so I have them basically set up in a line here along the seawall, just like that. And they're evenly spaced. If I come here. So that, just get around, so I've got the sun behind me. I'm gonna take this inside piece here. So this is what a weathered one looks like. So this is after a full year of being outside in the elements. I could probably wash these and clean them up, and they would clean up. They would clean up fine. But this is what they look like during the day after a year, compared to the newer one. So there's the two of them side by side. So the new one just look cleaner, and I'm kind of a lunatic, so I mean, you could definitely, clean those up a little bit, and they would still look totally fine. And particularly at night, you're not really going to notice the tarnish at all. But that's a new one next to an old one. Yeah. So next, I will show you guys what they look like outside at night, and then you can probably tell where I stick them in the ground over here. Here, let me just get a better view. So that's what they look like outside during the day. Very, very low profile. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention in terms of what's in the box here, these guys are just the same lights upside down. So there are 12. You're going to see the tops of 6 of them, and the other 6 are underneath here, as you can see. So just like that. So don't worry if you open the box and you think you only have 6 instead of 12. They fit 12 nicely into this little package here. And last but not least, here's what they look like at dusk and then also at night. If you guys got any value from this video, please smash that like button if you would. Helps out the channel a lot. And subscribe. I do all sorts of videos on tech, and I hope to see you in the next one. Oh, and YouTube thinks that you'll like this video that I put up on screen next, so I hope you'll stick around and check it out. Cheers.